Where you at,
Where you
Berto?
at, family? Today we are reacting to Lori Harvey just got the worst news of her life. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Tap into Twitch streams. Link to that will be in the description. That's Where You At, Berto. Come on.
In 2020, Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan started dating. And it was interesting because Lori Harvey had just dumped Future during COVID.
Much love, Juke.
A few months later, we saw her with Michael B. Jordan, and everybody was excited about this. This was supposed to be the new black love / power couple in the entertainment industry. And it was for a long time until early June 2022, their split was reported, with sources saying the couple had called it quits.
Damn!
And Michael B. Jordan was getting trolled a whole lot.
Appreciate the
He
follow.
was seen at the Golden State Warriors game looking sad. People were making fun of him, especially women. And it seemed that
Michael B. Jordan should have knew better to wife her up though. After Future, gang. Any girl that's been with Future, I'm not trying to get the leftovers, bro. And y'all can call it insecure, y'all can call it whatever. I'm just, for my sanity, I'm gonna believe that only a certain type of woman is gonna want to deal with a nigga like Future. I'm good. Lori Harvey, you got it.
his career, well,
But like when he was dating Lori Harvey, his career I felt like took such a hit. Like the things that people were saying about him on social media were like some of the vilest things, everything. They were calling him DL. They was calling him everything under the sun. And I really feel like his self-image really never recovered from dating her.
exactly. It seemed like his self-image was not going to recover. I mean, after all, he had been dumped by Lori Harvey. Even though Michael B. Jordan has always been respectful towards women, especially black women, they've seemed to forgot that. But what happened is Lori Harvey dumping Michael B. Jordan was looked at as some level of vindication.
It just sucked when I see like brothers pop out with their girl and be so proud of their woman. Cause I just remember at the time, this nigga Michael B. Jordan was definitely plastering her all over, you know, proud to be in that relationship. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. I don't think anybody should move out of fear and like not do that. But then to just kind of get thrown to the wayside like it's nothing and then it just kind of looks stupid, you feel me? It sucks, bro. It definitely sucks. Again, I'm not even alluding to nothing. I'm not saying that niggas should move out of fear or, you know, not show off their girl if that's what you want to do. But especially I'd imagine you, Michael B. Jordan level of fame, you got to be so careful about who you decide to stand behind as a man and start being like, oh, this is my woman, and start pedestalizing and, you know, showing her to the world and shit, because if fuck around don't work out, and then even worse, she leave you hanging. Now you looking like you just walk around with your fucking dick in your hand. I really think the whole posting your relationship thing can lead to a certain fantasy and wanting to keep up a perfect couple image. Not for sure. And, you know, it's like this weird fine line. And this is why I'm saying I'm not alluding to nothing, because on one hand, it's your life. It's your relationship. If you feel like showing off the highlights of your life and the happy moments and you want to share that with the world, why should you not be able to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't like to make it that deep. But at the same time, if you kind of start making that your image and that's the vibe, like, oh, my life is so perfect, look at all these perfect moments, yeah, now even unwillingly you can start to, you know, start to paint this picture in your head that you got to keep up with something that's not realistic. Like, life is not perfect, relationships aren't perfect, and there's always gonna be ups and downs in that shit.
Is deciding whether or not she's choosing them. She is a woman who knows her worth, has confidence, has a lot going on for herself, and is not gonna settle.
We kept hearing that Lori Harvey knows her worth, and so many other women could basically copy her methods because maybe you understand your worth too. But it got more interesting.
What men don't like the most about Lori is the fact that she's confident, is the fact that she knows she's beautiful, is the fact that she knows she can have.
This lady's glazing. This lady wants to be Lori Harvey, clearly.
Have any man that she wants.
You see, Lori Harvey can have any man that she wants.
Stop the cap.
And for a while, it certainly felt that way. Again, remember, she had Future, there was Diddy, there was Michael B. Jordan, and then there was Damson Idris. Damson
She was with Diddy?
Idris was another up-and-coming actor, really doing well, this time out of the UK. And then guess what happened? They got together, and then they broke up.
Yeah, I did not know she was with Diddy.
But then something happened that was unique.
Damson Idris finally got Lori Harvey to settle down. He got her to spend the block. You know, she'll never spend the block. He's the highest bidder. He has the most money. He's the most chill. He the one who's coming the most consistently with the pay. What are you talking about?
Lori Harvey spent the block and started seeing Damson Idris again. Now, this is unlike Lori Harvey. Typically, once you don't quote unquote serve her needs, she don't want nothing to do with your ass. But something about Damson Idris made her spin the block. Now, Lori Harvey is still under 30. She's technically 28 years old. But she went back to Damson Idris and they were seeing.
I just wish he never took her back. I mean, ultimately, I don't give a fuck. But when I saw this, I was like, don't let this girl walk back into your life and talk about like, oh, I see your worth now, King. Like, come on, man. You having your way in this world. You just dropped one of the best movies in the past few years. Y'all seen that F1 movie? Fire. Your stock is going up. Her shit's got a ceiling. Yeah, she getting to spend daddy's money and she's gonna be set for the rest of her life, but let her wither away, man. She ain't see your shit. There is no reason for you to be spinning back the block with her.
Vacationing and, kind of dealing with each other again. And this is, of course, different from what she typically does. And so the internet started to speculating. Is Lori Harvey falling off? Is she starting to hit the wall?
Yeah, let her hit that wall in fucking misery and pain, gang. That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Now again, let's go back to the lady I just talked about. The one that says that Damson Idris is the highest bidder. This is important to realize because Damson Idris does have a lot of money. And remember, Michael B. Jordan's career was supposed to be over after he dealt with Lori Harvey. But guys, check this out. A few days ago, there is a picture of Damson Idris with a pretty interesting t-shirt. Now, he's looking to the side. I don't know what the hell he's looking at. I guess that's a model pose. But what does it say? Pogs need love too.
Damn.
What does that mean?
If you guys don't know,
What's the angle
POG
here?
stands for fat, behind it are ass, white girls. That's what it stands for. White women who have big butts. This is interesting for a black man such as Damson Idris, a man who speaks very positively about black women, the black community. He speaks out against racial injustice.
Don't tell me Lori Harvey got you wearing that bullshit.
Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it, but that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash, and the big talk of the town is
this a scam, Berto? What is this?
well, look at this guy and this guy. All people from our community that are making money through the Free Cash app. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Astro Dior's community made $1,000 using the Free Cash app. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for Free Cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay free cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe 20 bucks, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone, fun playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family?
Justices. He even reprimands black men who speak negatively on black women. But here he is with this shirt on that says Pogs need love too. This is an interesting shirt for a man who is known to be dealing with Lori Harvey from time to time. I thought that this was probably like an AI photo. And then I put the photo into Google Images only to find out that it was real. This is an actual real t-shirt. And it's such a big thing. He was trending on Lipstick Alley. If you don't know, Lipstick Alley is one of the biggest forums for black women.
Hey, bro, doesn't discriminate. I don't either. It's just like, why is he wearing that? Or maybe he didn't know what it meant. It really could be that simple, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be buying dope t-shirts all the time and not necessarily knowing what the fuck it means. So it really could just be that. So you started gaming? Yes, I recorded my first game
probably
video.
On planet Earth. And he had his own thread. Damson Idris wears a Pogs Need Love Too shirt. This was talked about yesterday around 3:22 p.m. And some of the comments on this were very, very interesting. Let's go through them, shall we?
I didn't.
This comment here says, how about a shirt that says, I love black women? You'd never see that, huh? Know why? Because his overlords would lose their ish. Woo! Why are black women the only ones who have to tolerate it? Do you think any K-pop idol could get on stage wearing a shirt like that? They would end his career overnight, and rightfully so. I'm glad the younger generations of black women are choosing themselves because yours failed them. Stop the show. No, you failed your English spelling immensely. Woo! The next comment says, funny how both of Lori's good PR relationship partners love playing in the snow. Now, again, this is Michael B. Jordan and Damson Idris that they're talking about.
That nigga Michael B was a snow bunny chaser. I don't recall. I'm not like overly paying attention to what these niggas got going on in their relationships, but I just don't remember seeing Michael B. Jordan with a snow bunny. Who was that?
And then let's go to this situation here. True, long gone are the handsome leading men days. So now all of these black women are upset.
He's famous for that?
Idris, because he's wearing Pogs Needs Love Too t-shirt and he's not respecting black women. This is interesting because Michael B. Jordan is typically known to date non-black women exclusively. I'm not so sure about Damson Idris, but you know, I want to get back to that whole point and that whole idea that Michael B. Jordan's self-image never recovered after dealing with Lori Harvey. And I thought that was a very interesting situation to look at because while Damson Idris is playing in Lori Harvey's face by wearing Pogs Need Love Too t-shirt, guess what Michael B. Jordan is doing? Michael B. Jordan is being named one of the best performances of the year in a movie that he helped produce.
Cult movie, Sinners. I ain't gonna lie. That was, and I know some people say it's overhyped, bro, but no. Sinners was genuinely one of the best movies to come out in the past couple of years, gang. Sinners was so good. Did I tell you guys a little bit of lore that I was actually supposed to be in Sinners? I swear to God, this is not cap. This is 100% facts.
Hell no, man.
I know y'all niggas don't believe me, but I was taking acting classes like earlier last year. I was taking acting classes earlier last year, and it was really fun. And then my teacher, you know, was really fucking with my, you know, my skills and my progress in the class. They started introducing me to casting directors and whatnot. So, you know, I was talking to the casting directors. I got a few gigs and whatever. You know, I went, I did my thing. I landed a small role in like a like a college film. Nothing crazy. It was like a student film for a college. They were doing it. And, and then I also was like a background character in some random Amazon movie that I don't even remember what the hell it was called, honestly. They paid me like $100. No big deal. I don't even know if the movie came out. Don't really care. I was just having fun with it, right? But fast forward, I still was in contact with those casting directors, and they would send me emails every once in a while about, opportunities that I could potentially, audition for. And I don't know what frequency I was in, but at a certain point, I wasn't really focusing on the whole acting thing. I kind of never was. I was just having fun and going to class. But at that time, I wasn't even going to classes anymore. I was just moving on with my life, right? Bro, I get a casting opportunity sent to my email talking about we are going to be recording. It was just saying like, oh, we're looking for black males, all shapes and sizes, tall, small, whatever. We're going to be recording it here. And the name of the movie is going to be Sinners. They didn't say Michael B. Jordan was involved. They didn't say anything about anything. All they said was Sinners. And the description of everything that they were talking about, what they wanted, were all the types of people that were in the Sinners movie, bruh. I saw that shit, and the only reason I didn't go is because, or the only reason I didn't audition, let me make that very clear. I had an opportunity to audition for a background role, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I would have gotten picked. But the fact that I didn't even audition pisses me off, bro. And the only reason I didn't, take the opportunity is because I don't 100% remember, but where they were recording the auditions, because it had to be an in-person audition, it was going to be like a plane ticket away. And I just passed on it. I was like, man, I ain't about to fly out. Like normally they would let you do like home tapes, record an audition at home. So I didn't do it. Fast forward however many months, almost a year later, Sinners drops and it's a fucking Michael B. Jordan film. And not only a Michael B. Jordan film, one of the best films over the last few years. So I played myself. Again, doesn't necessarily mean I was 100% going to be in the movie. Doesn't necessarily mean I was 100% going to get picked. But the fact that I could have even auditioned to be in it, like, I'm genuinely pissed that I didn't take that opportunity. So I don't know. This is a little side tangent, whatever. But sometimes when you guys have opportunities and, just jump at it, even if you don't even know what's going to come out of it, because you never really know what could come out of it. Facts.
Produce and direct, or I believe he directed it all, Sinners. Let's read what this has to say. To see Jordan in this Southern Gothic thriller with the musical elements was revelatory in the sense that characters' collective scenes as the Smoke Strack twins were seamless, yet their individual personalities were vastly different. Basically, he is winning in the movie producing, directing, and ownership field. Now, when you look at the incomes between Damson Idris and Michael B. Jordan, well, Michael B. Jordan is worth $50 million. Damson Idris, just $13 million. Woo! So as it seems, Michael B. Jordan's career has really went the right way after leaving Lori Harvey.
But we're not going to act like D's just like not doing big things, though. He's crushing it.
And Lori Harvey, well, the last dude that she was dealing with is wearing a Pogs Need Love To t-shirt, while Michael B. Jordan is increasing his wealth. Now, why is this usually the case, gentlemen?
Between the ages of 18 and 29, only 30% of guys are in relationships.
That's so low.
Where in that same age demographic, it's 63% of women. And so what that says is that women are dating older guys.
Yeah.
So the good thing about that is that there's hope for guys who are in our audience right now watching that are in their 20s, that if they continue to self-develop and, honestly do some of the red pill stuff as far as get your money right, get your career on track.
Now, this is a very, very interesting point.
This is a big point, though, and I've told you guys about this multiple times. You don't want to rush the process when it comes to this relationship shit. Like, don't be living in fear. Like, if you find a good person and you guys meshing well, I mean, do what you want to do. But when you're a young brother, though, You know, you're a man growing up in this world, man. You're like, you really do have time to flesh out your options and flesh out, you know, who you are as a person and your values, and, you know, work rigorously to get to the top of your worth as a man. Because at the end of the day, like, biologically speaking, I'm not even coming at y'all from no red pill shit, but just literally biologically speaking, we aren't on the same clock as women, bro. We're not. So don't feel discouraged if you're young and haven't figured it out yet when it comes to this, you know, female shit. Bruh, follow your own clock, your own horn, your own purpose, because guess what? You do have time. Like, you don't have to figure this shit out and be married by 25, my nigga. I promise you don't. I promise you don't.
Point that a lot of men tend to not look at. When you're between the ages of 18 and 30, you're young, and unless you are super good looking or super rich, you're not going to be able to get into the class of women that you want. And of course, a lot of women.
And don't let these new gen motherfuckers fool you out your position too. Like 30s, even 40s, like dead ass. A lot of people don't really get to real financial freedom till they 40s and 50s, gang. Now, don't let that scare you and think like, oh, I shouldn't try to get to it faster. Like, if you can figure that money game out earlier on in your life, beautiful, bro. That's a big blessing, you know, and rock out. But it's really a new phenomenon for like young people to be making this money. Like, I done told y'all my story a million times, and I done gave y'all a lot of stories, so I'm not gonna yap too much, but you know what I'm saying? Bro, I didn't start like having my way in this YouTube shit. It took me 10 years to get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, bro. You know what I'm saying? 10 fucking years. And I started like younger, and I'm 29 now. So you do the math, you know what I'm saying? And I keep saying 10 years, it's really more than that. Cause I've been saying 10 years for like the past 2 years. So it's really been like 12, 13, bro. You know what I'm saying? For me to get my moment to even start making decent money on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So again, and I'm about to be 30 years old. So anybody calling Unc or whatever, trying to make you feel weird for being older and still not having it figured out, man, you don't got to tell them shut the fuck up, but just ignore that shit. It's noise. Because, you know, it doesn't really matter how long it takes you as long as you get there. And when you get there, you're going to be so happy that you didn't stop and, you know, listen to some lame no name on the internet talking about, oh, you're too old to be doing X, Y, and Z, or you're too old to be chasing your dreams. Like, like, no, it's going to be worth it in the end.
Downplay men in this particular stage. We see this with men in general. Even, you know, football players, guys who don't get recruited highly in high school. You know, the guys go to the red shirt, that they get bigger, they get stronger, and then they fully develop their bodies. They become great athletes, and the rest is history. Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen are two examples of men who just grew like 6 inches, like after or while in college, to become, you know, NBA Hall of Famers. But then there is something else.
I don't know what it is, but a lot of men, when they're like, you know, young, they're still skinny, they're still like growing into their body, their facial structure is still like, you know, very
what up, boy,
young like
DJ.
And when they get older, they start to look more mature and more manly.
That's how I've been feeling, but my shit need a hug. Well, let me not put that on there. Thank you, God, for allowing me to look young at my age of 29. But I have said it multiple times. I be feeling like my super young face be nerfing me because, again, I'm about to be 30. So women my age, you know, they're looking for the guy that looks a little bit more masculine and manly in the face. But, like, everybody still says I look fucking 21 and shit.
Okay, which results in them looking more attractive.
Again, here's that retroactive compounding that we're talking about in looks when it comes to men. This is important when it comes to looks. However, the most important thing is that men retroactively compound in skill. You see, when a lady like Lori Harvey looks at somebody like Michael B. Jordan, and he was doing well then, well, she can say that I'm not getting what I want out of the relationship, because women who are extremely beautiful, all of their advantages are front loaded. Not all, but most. And somebody like Michael B. Jordan, while women think that he looks good, well, obviously he had to also work on himself and have some more to add to the table. And that addition came intellectually. Now, in the case of Lori Harvey, she's 28 and, she's saying, listen, I'll only deal with what serves me. And you can do that when you're in a demand. It just comes a time where you can't do that anymore, especially if you don't have any other alternative on the side that would give any other reason for somebody to deal with you long term. And typically with a lot of people, whether it's male or female, it just doesn't happen. And this is the case with Lori Harvey. You left Michael B. Jordan, a man that you could not really estimate where he would be, to go to Damson Idris, who is nothing like Michael B. Jordan. He's wearing a t-shirt in which he's not respecting black women. And then he's showing his true colors, possibly because maybe he wants to get back out there with white women.
I feel like that's a stretch on O'Shea Duke Jackson's part. Like, I think it's probably more likely he just doesn't know what the fuck this shirt means. But hey, it is what it is.
Now, again, he could have been paid to wear this shirt. And most likely he was. But still, it shouldn't matter. The reality is that he's wearing that shirt because he can. And women are upset because they felt that he basically could have been, supporting black women. But as the shirt says, Pogs need love too. And when you really say Pogs, you're saying, I want a white woman with a black woman's body, but not the personality or possibly the attitude.
Word. It's wild how there's a million normal ass dimes running around and these dudes can pick from the same 10 bro, I'm butchering, but these dudes keep picking from the same 10 girls. Nah, bro, it is crazy. And we watched a video not too long ago that was talking about that. I will never understand it. Like, I don't care how famous I get. I don't care how much motion I got. Listen, I'm going to take a chance on a girl that nobody knows, is keeping it low key. You know what I'm saying? She's not doing too much for social media. I don't want to be able to walk into the function with my girl, you know what I'm saying, with my co-workers, essentially. When it's in the entertainment industry, you don't necessarily work with everybody, but people you collaborate with, and motherfuckers talk about, oh yeah, I hit her. Oh yeah, I was with her last week. I know what her shit. Like, what? I don't want anybody to be able to say that about my girl. So I don't understand it. But the video that we're reacting to, it was talking about how a lot of these celebrities, the reason why they end up with these same women, it's because they at least feel some level of comfortability with these women because they've been in the industry. They've dealt with other celebrities, so they know how to move a certain way. Like, they're not overwhelmed by the fame, and I can see that lens. Do I agree with it? No. Would I do it? No. But I understand it's kind of like, I don't want to deal with how, at least this is what a lot of these celebrities are thinking. They don't want to deal with the time and like nonsense it's going to take to like mold somebody that might not be as understanding to hectic schedules, traveling a lot, being all like, when you're a celebrity or a content creator or an entertainer at how high the levels that these guys are, it's a hectic lifestyle, and it's not necessarily fit for somebody that's more traditional that probably just wants to be in the house with a partner all day and just kind of like go to work, come home, eat dinner together every night and be very present in the relationship. It's a completely different lifestyle that honestly I don't think a lot of regular people are hardwired to even be understanding. So when it comes to these celebrities, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna pick from the pool of like women that are already with the program. But the trade-off is Most of them are fucking and sucking and sleeping with everybody and cheating on each other. It's a shit show. So, and the gold diggers is who got the most money. Oh, or you're rich this year, but you fell off this year, so I'm going on to the next. It's a shit show. So again, I'll take my chances with the regular girls. All right, but y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. This was a little bit of a different video, but I still feel like there was some value in it, and, you know, we had some good conversations. So, love y'all, appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? I'll see you on the next one. Tap into the Twitch streams, links will be in the description.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look sweet.